welcome to the second edition of the ACGT Tour Report, live from the Borglum studio. My name is Paul DiGiovanni, and I'm with Tour Commissioner Travis Salkowski. Today is January 29th, and we are here to recap another successful tour event from this past weekend.
We had another full field of 100 players for the first individual stroke play event at Cedar Creek this past Saturday. Now, Cedar Creek always presents itself as a challenge to begin with, as one of the more difficult golf courses on the tour schedule. And the weather didn't help us much, starting off damp and drizzly, made for a difficult morning on the putting surface. Let's show some of the highlights from Saturday.
And let's go out to the par 3 hole number 16 at Cedar, where Lee Niles had this long putt for birdie, and he got that to drop. He finished with a net 74 to take 4th place in the championship flight net division.
Let's go to 17 at Cedar, where Ed Celaya has this second shot into the par 4 17th. The ball comes to rest on the top shelf, leaving him a 25-foot putt. Ed Celaya gets this putt to go in and walks it off for his 3rd consecutive birdie. Ed Celaya would go on to par the 18th hole to shoot a 73 gross.
And one of his competitors, Davis Brown, was just behind Celaya with this approach at 17. Gets it nice and close there with the wedge. Only about maybe 10 to 15 feet for his birdie putt. And Davis had not made a birdie all day coming into this hole, and it wasn't meant to be here either. However, he would birdie the 18th hole to finish with a gross 74, 1 stroke behind our low gross champion Ed Celaya.
Davis Brown did, however, win the championship flight net division with a score of 71, 1 under net. In the first flight, Levi Graham won the gross division, shooting a score of 80. In the net division of first flight, Rene Realme won a scorecard playoff over Domingo Cantu, both at 1 under 71s.
And in our second flight, Mike Campbell shot a nice gross 82, very good for our second flight competition, to take the gross division. And in our net division in the second flight, Ronnie Davis fired a 67, beating Kirk Riggs by 4 strokes in our second flight net division.
Ronnie Davis's low net score of 67 was his 2nd net victory on the tour season.
Congratulations to our flight winners, and thank you again to all of our participants who competed at Cedar Creek. Remember, you can go to alamocitygolftrail.com to see full results from all flights from this event. And also remember, if you did not claim a prize at the Pro Shop, they are still located at Cedar Creek, so make sure you pick those up. Now, Travis, for this week's rule segment, what do you have for us?
We're going to talk a little bit about player responsibility after the round is over. What is the competitor responsible for? Well, you're responsible for turning in a valid signed scorecard to the scoring committee. That is your responsibility. Rule 6.6, signing and returning scorecard. After completion of the round, the competitor should check his score for each hole and settle any doubtful points with the committee. He must ensure that the marker has signed the scorecard himself, and return it to the committee as soon as possible. Penalty for the breach of this rule is disqualification. This is an example of a properly signed scorecard. The scorecard is filled out with individual numbers in the player row for hole-by-hole scores. The competitor has signed the scorecard, and the marker has signed the scorecard. Please ensure that your scorecard is properly signed before leaving the scoring area.
Yes, we certainly do not want anyone to go home empty-handed, no matter how badly you play. You will pick up tour points just for participating. So remember to sign your scorecards, everybody. That wraps it up for us. Remember to go to alamocitygolftrail.com for results and information on our next tour event, February 9th at Riverside. And visit facebook.com/AlamoCityGolfTrail for updates, photos, and more there.
Please feel free to email me at Travis at satxgolf.com with any tour-related questions or comments.
All right, thank you for watching, everybody, and here are your ACGT Tour point standings.